Yeah, title checking Elliot Wilson, man. This guy don't even do these Zoom interviews, man. I had to pick him up. I said, can I get on Zoom with a real one?
Come on, God, check in with the God, man. I got, it's the OG. When the OG called, I got to answer, man. You feel me?
Yo, Cordae, man, it was your birthday, and you gave us the gift, man. This song with you and Roddy, brother. Like,
yes, sir.
That's an instant one for me, man. I told that's one of the best joints of the year to me, right off the rip, man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, brother. Hell yeah.
How did that joint come together, you and Rod?
So we actually did that song last year in August. We did it last August, a good year ago. And, me and Roddy, like, low-key, that's, like, one of, like, my closest homies, like, in music. You know what I'm saying? And we just always linked, and that's somebody I can call, and, like, we just have, like, real-life conversations with. And so we did that joint after, I believe it was Real Street Fest. It was, like, a music festival from 92.3, whatever. So we both was on that festival, and we just went to the studio, like, right after and came up with that joint.
So yeah, what do you like about him as an artist? Like, besides being a homie, like, what do you think is, because to see his success this year, just like you guys are really, new generation leaders of the game. Like, what do you see in him as an artist that you appreciate?
Yeah, I mean, his cadence is like, incredible, and he has like storytelling ability as well. You know what I'm saying? Like he like really be talking about some shit. So he's a dope artist, man. Super dope.
What made you put the record out there? You've been sitting on it that long. Like, what made it?
Because it was my birthday. I was like, yeah, it was my birthday. I'm like, yo, let's just drop this on my birthday. And then we was like, let's run it.
So we can't get excited.
The song was called Gifted, and my birthday was coming up. I'm like, shit, let's just drop it on my birthday.
Yeah, because I saw something, I think somebody had said something in the comments like, why did you guys have hoodies on and stuff? And then I saw the director, Cole Bennett, was like, oh, we shot this in December. And I was like, oh, word? Yeah, talk about that guy, Cole Bennett. I don't know a lot about him, but he's like, he directs all the videos for all you cool, young, fly niggas. Like, what's his deal?
Cole Bennett is dope because he's like, I think he's the first of his kind to like have his own platform. Like he has like music festivals. He's really like in the Chicago scene. He has like weekly cleanups in the community. You know what I'm saying? He's really like in debt with his community, and he has his own platform, and he's a visionary, man. Like, and I just respect his vision and his creativeness. So that's my guy. So he's just super dope.
It made sense, man. So I heard a lot of times with this whole pandemic and craziness, you really just been locking in with the music, right? To keep it sane, right?
Yeah, exactly. I've been in the studio for the whole pandemic, essentially, man. Like I went to go see my mom for like a couple months. I was chilling with my family, and then just really recording, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just locking in, because I've been on the road for 2 years straight. Been on tour like for 2 years straight. Yeah. And with this, pandemic and, the COVID, I've been able to have more time to record and, just put together another body of work.
Yeah, you are about bodies of work, man. That Lost Boy, man, like looking back on that, like, I mean, it's fair to say it pretty much accomplished everything you wanted to accomplish, right? You must be super proud. For sure.
Nah, I'm very proud of that body of work. And that's why with this next one, I got to take it to an even higher level with everything. So that's what I've been working on for sure.
I was going to say, I don't envy you, man. How do you follow up the Lost Boy, man? I don't envy you, man.
Oh, man, this is a layup, bro. Watch. That's all I'm going to say. It's a layup. That's all I'm going to say.
You said it's a layup?
A layup.
So know this thing about pressure to follow up albums, like, cause I feel like from jump, we always feel like you're an artist, you playing a long game, right? I'm gonna have to deal with you for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't going nowhere.
For sure, we're gonna have a lot of these. For sure.
But do you think you almost have to have the mentality that it's a layup and not like allow yourself to like get psyched out or like worry about creating something different? Like, why do you say it's a layup?
I just feel as though like my music now is just like at an elevated level. You know what I'm saying? At just like a higher level. And so it's just like the Gifted joint. Like I did that last year. You know what I'm saying? And so the music that I'm working on now is just I'm really putting my foot in it. You know what I'm saying? Like really going above and beyond with this next one. And so I'm not really like looking at the past, or I'm not looking at like, it's gotta be better than my last one, or I'm just creating, you know what I'm saying? Just creating. Yeah. And just getting better, it's like, the more you hoop, the better you're gonna get at hooping. It's the same with me making music,
What do you think has helped you get better? I mean, I know like obviously you always talk a lot about how your life has changed. I mean, you really something about being broke as fuck, and obviously now you're making good money, you have success. Like, why do you think those things haven't affected, or even they probably have either further strengthened the work ethic? You know, why do you think that has?
Because it's like we always talk about, man, I'm playing this for the long game. I'm going to be around for a decade and some change. I plan to be around here for multiple decades, you know, at a high level, creating music at a high level for multiple decades. And so with me having that in my mind, I'm always thinking of like, what can I do to better myself and, you know, in my music? Because first of all, I feel like the music comes from your core and who you are as a person. That's for me personally. It's like my music is a direct reflection for where I am in life. You know what I'm saying? For what I'm going with, for what I'm dealing with, for things I'm seeing from conversations. I just feel like as I'm growing as a person, you know, the music is growing with me. And I'm just always getting better because I'm in the studio every day. You know what I'm saying? And this is like my first, like these last couple of years, like the first time in my life where I've been able to like focus like solely on just making music. You know, like that is my one job, and it's not even a job. That's why this shit is such a blessing, you know. So it's dope.
Exactly, man. You made some changes though, man. No more YBN with your name. Like, why did you decide to make that decision?
You know, first and foremost, like Namir and Jay, like those are always gonna be my brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
in real life, like those are my brothers. Like I think the world of them cats. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes as friends, you grow apart and you have like different visions for what you want to do, and that's okay, because it's no love lost. Like I said, I think the world of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I love Namir and Jay to death, and yeah, that's just that really.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think also the thing I admire about you too is that you talk the talk and walk the walk. Like I saw you like in Minnesota with the George Floyd thing. Like you went down there. Like you talk about that experience and what made you go down there. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, so I was just you know, I always been like going to protests since I was like in high school. You know what I'm saying? I'm always there if I can be. And so I was just in quarantine and I seen, you know, what happened with George Floyd, and like that's just something my intuition was telling me. You know what I'm saying? And so so my instincts and my intuition was just telling me just, you know, go there and, you know, be with the people and like just feel that energy. So I had to do that.
Yeah. No, I see even in Naomi's wearing a Breonna Taylor mask. Like do you guys talk about that? Like how to best like utilize your platforms to raise awareness and to tackle these things?
Yeah, for sure. I always have like conversations with her. I'll be giving her like a bunch of books that she should read. Cause you know, like I grew up reading like W.E.B. Du Bois and, you know, Huey Newton and James Baldwin, things of this nature, to where, you know, she grew up in like a different background than me. So I just be like, really like, you know, I've been low key like going with Naomi for like 2 years, you know, so these are always like constant, you know, conversations with us. And I'm super proud of what she's doing with her platform. So for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I also say too, like a lot of times now, is it a challenge with the art? Because obviously, you know, it's been such a traumatic, tough year for us all. Like, you know, a lot of times I see artists say, well, you know, they want to make that right protest song or they want to make a song to address the issues, but sometimes that doesn't get executed well, right? So how
for sure.
That challenge of like, you know, you can make a bad protest record. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Yeah. How do you deal with that? Like, I'm sure there's a lot of emotions you're going through. Like, how do you channel that through the music, and how are you going to do you feel pressure to make music that reflect, or not pressure, but do you feel a need to address what's going on in the world in your content, in your music?
Yeah, for sure, because I feel like that's what all like the greatest artists have done. You know, Jill Scott Heron, Nina Simone, you know, Tracy Chapman. It's throughout history, because as an artist, it's our job to like mark the times, make music that marks the time. You know how you listen to like certain records and certain albums, and it automatically brings you back to a time that you were in life. It's like, you know, in 2015, you know, when I was out there protesting in DC, you know, from 2016 more so, you know, from Mike Brown and, you know, Philando and everybody, we were singing all right. We were singing all right, you know?
Yeah.
And it just gotta be natural. It gotta really be genuine. It comes from like organic, like from your soul. Like, no, I gotta do this, and that way it's gonna be fluid.
I saw like even in the video you added a Huey P. Newton quote. The revolution has always been in the hands of the young. Young inherit the revolution. Like, why did you decide to include that quote in the visual?
Cause I have a platform. I have to use my platform, to express and, to state what's going on in society. I was doing that when I didn't have a platform. You know what I'm saying? So now that I have a platform, it's an even more larger responsibility, so.
Yeah. Also, then we all lost Kobe Bryant. I saw you put I think it was Instagram or a tweet saying that it was kind of a stunt shot because you was in the U.S. Open, holding down your girl, and like you're next to Kaepernick, Kobe's in front of you, and you said that he gave you some very inspirational words that you never forget. Can you share that?
So actually, Colin Kaepernick introduced me to Kobe Bryant. So we sitting there, we watching my girl play, and Kaepernick goes to Kobe like, "Yo, Kobe, you met Cordae?" He's like, "Yeah, briefly." He was like, "This is in August," and he was like, "Yeah, Cordae just dropped his debut album. It should be getting Grammy nominated." And Kobe was like, "That's what's up." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna take that thing home." And then he was like, "Yep." Then you do it again, you do it again, you do it again, you do it again, and you keep doing it. And I'm like, "Whoa!" Like I wanted that. Like, yo, it took everything in me to not ask him for a picture. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Kobe Bean Bryant. You know what I'm saying? But the game was way more valuable. You know what I'm saying? The game and the conversation and just, he's everybody's superhero. And we all idolize Kobe Bryant, man. Yeah. So, man, when he passed, I was just heartbroken from that. Like, I was just heartbroken. And, yeah, man, it's just tragic, bro. It's just, it's been a rough year, bro.
Rough year.
Rough. And that's an understatement, by the way.
What's your advice on that, even outside of just the activist element of it? Like, what do you think? What are some of the things you do to cope? Like, what advice would you give, especially young folks? Like, you young folks are really leading the charge, but it's mentally draining, right? Like, what are some tips you could give like, how do we stay positive? How do we get through this?
I don't know, bro. I don't have the answer. Like, for real, I don't have the answer for that, bro. And I'm not gonna act like I do.
Yeah.
Just try to stay close to the family more than ever, and keep your core and your center strong, because we, like I said, like, the music comes from who you are as a human being, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it comes from, like, I'm very, like, self-reflective and, like, over-analytical of myself. I always think about, oh, maybe I could have did this in the music and just in real life, And so that's just try to keep your core stronger than ever, your faith and your hope, and it's so cliche to sound, to say, just keep faith and hope, but that's really, what I feel like is the remedy for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we get out of here, man, the thing of getting respect from your peers and the older generation, man, everyone loves you, man. Are you get tired of Eminem bigging you up, man? I feel like every time I look, everyone about how nice Cordae is, man.
Yo, man, it's a blessing, bro. It's really, I don't take that shit for granted at all. That shit is still fucking mind-boggling to me that, to get respect and love from my peers and, like, people that I've idolized throughout my life. And it just means the world to me, bro. It means the world. So hell no, I don't get tired. Like, what? That's all I'm saying. Do you get tired? Hell no. That shit make my day, bro. Whenever I see, an OG or, like, a fellow artist or somebody who I respect and have admiration for, like, show me love, man, it's like, wow, it's still unbelievable.
It's a wide range. It's Lil Wayne to Polo G. You know what I mean? It's a wide range of people really connected to it. Like, what do people give you the feedback? Do you think it's because of your strength as a lyricist, or what do you think it is that makes them feel comfortable? Because a lot of times artists may think each other's nice, but they don't want to say it publicly, right? So,
nah, for sure, I feel
what do you think it is about you that people feel comfortable putting that stamp on and saying, nah, he represents what hip hop is right now?
I don't know. That would sound a little narcissistic for me to answer that. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever they feel like that makes my music, like, connect to them or make them react that way. But I don't know.
Yeah. Do you feel any, like, the idea in my state that now you, with that access and that respect, like, you can make a record with Eminem, make a record with Nas, Lil Wayne, or do you feel like maybe I don't want to touch that because I don't want to, you know what I mean? I don't want to,
Nah, it's a combination of both, really, but more so, I want to make records with them because it's all, like, it's bucket list shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's bucket list shit, and especially now with what COVID taught me. I never took anything for granted, at all before, but now I have like a whole nother level of just appreciation. Like I always been like super appreciative of where I'm at in life and always, but now it's like to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so yeah, man, records gonna come with all those cats hopefully soon, for sure.
Cool. Well, I'll let you go, man. I'm excited for the music, man. I know you don't do the Zoom thing. I appreciate you doing this for me, man.
Nah, always. When the God's call, man, you gotta answer, man. Always, God.
I want you to enjoy that Jordan year, man. 23, man.
Come on, let's get it.
Continued success, brother.
Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, Cordae. Peace.
Love, real love, my G.
Love.